It's legendary. Here is the rewritten output. Jason said.
Turned, 0, sequence number, 0 speaker id, 1 speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 0, text response. Okay, so when you sent over the lyrics to BLACKPINK's Go, I have to admit, I thought I knew exactly what to expect. You hear it and think, okay, straightforward, high-octane dance anthem, right? Text response, turn in 1, sequence number 1, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 0, text response, right? Text response, turn it 2, sequence number 2, speaker id, 1, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 1, text response. But looking closer at the actual text, there's actually a lot going on here. So today's Deep Dives is a look at a really fascinating dual narrative. It starts as this masterclass in, unapologetic dominance, but it actually hides a surprisingly profound message about emotional rescue. Text response, turn 3, sequence number 3, speaker id 2, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 1, text response. It really does, and I think the contrast between those two modes is what makes the song so effective. It's taking the aggressive energy we expect and turning it into something incredibly protective. Text response, turn id, 4 sequence number 4, speaker id, 1 speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 2, text response. Yeah, I want to start right at the beginning because they don't waste any time establishing that dominance. Right out of the gate, you have lines like, I'm in control, march to the beat of my drum, and you only move when I say so. But reading these on the page, it kind of makes me wonder, is this real power or is it just posturing? Text response, 5, sequence number, 5, speaker sued, 2, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 2, text response. Well, it's definitely real power, but it's functioning on a specific level within K-pop girl group conventions. They are taking the familiar girl crush concept and really cranking it up to a strict command persona. They're not waiting for permission, they're demanding attention. By dictating the terms of engagement so absolutely, they're setting themselves up not just as performers, but as leaders pulling you into their orbit. Text response, 6, sequence number 6, speaker id, 1, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 3, text response. And you really feel that relentless drive in the rap verses too. They refuse to settle for second. They demand a gold medal, and there's this fierce all-in mentality. They talk about moving with a loyal crew. If I go, then they go too. It's highly competitive. Text response, turn 7, sequence number 7, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 3, text response. Exactly. And that gold medal mindset completely redefines their relationship with you, the listener. They aren't just putting on a show. They are executing a high-stakes mission. That competitive bravado is crucial because it establishes that they have the strength and the authority to do what comes next in the song. Text response, turn it 8, sequence number 8, speaker id, 1, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 4, text response. Right, so they've just told us they're taking no prisoners, going for gold. And then the beat drops out and suddenly we're in a very different place. Let's talk about the bridge because this is where the entire meaning of the song flips. Text response, turn it 9, sequence number 9, speaker 2, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 4, text response. Yeah, it is a massive pivot. We go from barking orders to suddenly hearing about a broken heart and darkness on the edge of town. The lyrics start focusing on emotions that leave you frozen or cause you to turn to stone. Text response, turn it 10, sequence number 10, speaker id, 1, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 5, text response, which completely recontextualizes all that dominance from earlier. They claim to be here to the rescue and acting as a guardian angel, and at first it just sounds like typical swagger. But here you realize it's not about physical dominance at all, it's an emotional intervention. Text response, turn it 11, sequence number 11, speaker 2, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 5, text response. That is the real aha moment of the track. That aggressive command to go isn't them telling you to get out of their way, it's an urgent, almost desperate plea for you to let your walls come down. They're seeing someone paralyzed by heartbreak, someone who wants to stop and be alone, and they're simply refusing to let that happen. Text response, turn, sequence number 12, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 6, text response. It's like a drill sergeant approach to getting over a breakup. They're essentially saying, you are going to get up, you are going to march to the beat of my drum, and we are going to get through this. Text response, turn it 13, sequence number 2, 13, speaker tag, expert speaker, speaker sequence number 6, text response. Precisely. The ultimate mission of the song is this brilliant fusion of competitive bravado and protective care. They use that intense, authoritative energy to literally pull you out of emotional numbness. Sometimes when you're frozen by sadness, gentle sympathy doesn't work. You need a commanding force to jolt you back to life. Text response, text response. 14, sequence number 14, speaker 1, speaker tag, host speaker, speaker sequence number 7, text response. Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about after the music stops. If a commanding, authoritative push is exactly what it takes to break through emotional numbness in a pop song, where else in our daily lives might we actually benefit from a strict, no slow jams approach to healing our own inner roadblocks? Text response.